Now, guess who's back? Yeah, hopefully people are doing okay in the Grand Prix. I missed out stages 4 and 5 because, yeah, I wasn't at my usual location. But I haven't been doing too badly myself. Hopefully people are being doing good. I did a run of, yeah, stage 4 in the OG GT. So hopefully that run on dipping down kind of helped out a small bit. If you guys took a look at that stage 3 video I included at the end, just the run that I took. And yeah, I've been doing pretty cool in this one, like I said. Let's see. One more blueprint for that. Still not going to go for that 3rd star. It's insanely costly. But yeah, the final day here for me. And yeah, like I think it's pretty much, yeah, it's set in stone, the fact that I will now earn a key from this one. As always in my group, very few people doing a run until the final days, so the points are a little bit all over the place. But yeah, the person who's in 6th place is greater than 50 points behind me. So if I was to get no points, I would still take 5th place and a key. But there is a cool enough decal to have. That said, if you get the key for this one, like, keep in mind, the original coloring for this car is really, really, really nice. Like, it's definitely one where I think that look with the Ford Performance down the side of this one, like, I was mentioning it to the Grand Tour Club members, but it's just really, really pretty in the default colors. If you put the decal on it, some of them are really, really just badly put on. Like, from one side of the car, they look okay-ish. You can see the fact that that's the number 2. But yeah, when it's flipped over to the other side, like, the majority of the 2 graphic is being hidden by that. That could just as easily say OP on there. Like, it's just, why is it so much of it hidden? And it's not even that the blue is a 3-dimensional part of that car. Like, that blue is just an actual paint piece. So if you see it from above, yeah, it's really, really poorly placed on this. And the 3-digit is just as bad. Like, yeah, that could be a number of things that aren't the number 2. There's more of it missing than there is visible. Now, but as always, I'm going to take a quick practice run. And yeah, I'd kind of advise with these, like always, to do like practice run, then live run. And usually it's kind of best not to do like all the practice runs and then a live run. So I don't know. I've got 7 fuel units for this, so do like 2 practice runs, and as long as they're stable enough, do the 3rd one as a live, then 1 as a practice, 1 as a live, kind of like that, rather than, like I said, 7 straight practice runs. Whirlwind Curve, though, pretty cool track to be finishing off this GP on. Like, there's a lot of places where you can kind of flip the car up and get some extra time. I always advise it, first live run, do it nice and stable, and then after that go for the extra flips and stuff wherever you might feel like, you know, if you've got a 90% plus kind of rate of getting them, yeah, maybe leave it off that first run just in case, because especially with the stress of a GP, you don't really want to be risking something where you might mess it up. Hard drift around, fill up the nitro meter, and straight onto this ramp. Up on the lights, down towards the tunnel, and yeah, just open drift, point the car in, and just try and get it back up to the 199 miles an hour. Or yeah, I'm not sure what the top drift speed is of the 1-star version of this, but obviously my car is at 2 stars. I put it to that at the very start of this competition, the GP. So I always kind of think if you're gonna upgrade the car, you may as well do it early and get the most out of the stars then in each one of the rounds. I know people have a way of doing this, dropping down, but yeah, a nice easy one, and just drop down after that first portion, flip the car up, just to give it a nice extra, like, perfect lined up for that, yeah, barrel roll ramp. Give them across the solar panels, and because this car isn't particularly fast, you can actually have an easier time of aligning it up with the end of the track and skimming it into the air here with a shockwave through the air. And a low enough 121.2, not too bad. A couple of little bits and pieces of mistakes, but that's more or less exactly the run that I want to be doing in the live. As time, I actually just give this one a run then. My 2-star version of this, first live attempt. And yeah, give a run, see how we can do. Anywhere around the 121, I'll be happy enough with in that car. Outside of a wreck, realistically, most runs of mine have been kind of in and around at that time. A lot of those were done in handheld mode. But yeah, like I said, again, with travel, that was the only option. Let's see. Very important to not turn right here at the start to kind of resist that urge. You can just go straight left, and yeah, it's perfect to do it. Because, like, yeah, they little bit of dust that's on the side of the road just really isn't like out far enough to kind of catch the side of the car. Not too bad. Ooh, that's slow barrel roll, but not too bad. As long as you can get it back up to the 199, it should be alright inside here. One tiny touch of nitro just in the tunnel. They will have cost me like a 0.1 of a second, depending on how I hit the barrel roll here. It should be okay to restore that small bit of speed. Back up to the 199 again, hopefully. And yeah, just like bring it back up to that speed a few times here. Ooh, we'll definitely need to get that perfect run nitro for this. Yeah, because used up far too much nitro on the drop down. But the perfect run is actually kind of lining up very nicely for this run. Oh, that's high. Oh. Q game loft. Your game. Ah. Oh, that's a bit high. Oh, game's high. Ah, no. For f***'s sake. So that was fun. I had actually restarted the game as well. I just came back into this and done the second race and got physics horrifically badly on one of the barrel roll ramps. So, like, just terrible crap basically from this game, where, like, yeah, and I seen that in the comments as well, where people were like, oh, I spent 75 extra tokens to get an extra run, and then like the game just crashed out. And like, yeah, this sucks, because like 75 tokens is 2 days worth of daily quests, or you know, it's like €4 worth of actual like microtransactions, and to have the game just crash and cost the player that, it's just, yeah, you know, I mean, that's actual real world money being lost at a crash, and the response of like, sorry, or yeah, just response of nothing from customer support is really, really shitty. But whatever. And just, yeah, that second run of mine I just completely derped up, because I think I probably should have yeah, taken a minute after the crash. But I get like a decent-ish run, and I'm done with this Grand Prix realistically. Like, this kind of yeah, it doesn't add to the fun of playing a game where you have like the potential of, okay, so you can get like badly physicsed by stuff, but also you can get badly just, yeah, crash in the game. Like, what? There's nothing the player can do about that other than just stop and play a different game. Because of the physics on that ramp down there, I'm actually going to take this one even easier and go along the top route up here. Realistically, this pathway is a tiny amount slower, but it's way more stable, so I'm just not going to risk it, because of the fact that, yeah, like, this is my third run, and yeah, I just cannot with the first run having been destroyed like that. Oh, up and over towards the finish line for a really poor 122, but honestly, I don't care. Like, this yeah, I'm not going to spend tokens on this one to redo that. That is the third run that I put in, and just down to the fact of, like, yeah, I'm realistically, like, yeah, you have the first run completely thrown away by the fact that, yeah, game crashes. What can you do about that? Second run, like I said, I hit a ramp really, really poorly and physicked myself out of it. And yeah, the third run, I have to take it extra safe because of the fact that, yeah, I'm not spending tokens on like a game basically. Yeah, if I get the decal from placing third in this, that's cool. If I don't, yeah, it's whatever. It's really hard for me to care about it in a game where it's like, oh, the reason for like coming badly in that race is because your game crashes and you have 3 attempts. So like, yeah, what can you do in that? Uh, there is stuff you can do. Like you can go into race and you can pay extra tokens. But yeah, that's 75 tokens to get that run back that I crashed on. And yeah, like 75 tokens is €4. Like that's real world cash for a game having shit performance. Like no real interest in that. So yay. That's stage 6 for me finished though. It currently puts me in second place by a good bit, but I have a feeling that most players with the 2500 rated car should probably be able to beat that time. But like I said, the main thing I want from this is just the key. So like I don't mind too much where I come with this in terms of the prizes. Let's see, yeah, even say the lower down things, the difference is just that one epic import part, and realistically, like I'm probably not gonna get the car to a state where it needs that. And even if it was, like those epic parts in this car aren't gonna make any difference whatsoever. The only thing I want is, like I said, the key just to get myself the pretty looking Ford GT Mark II. That's one of the real shames with this game as well, is the fact that this is like, it's pretty cars and pretty models and a really cool game engine and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just let down by the fact that the Switch port version is really shoddy, especially on certain tracks with physics. Just, little stupid mistakes and stuff around the place, and of course, game crashes that just like kick you out. Like that game crash, as I said, like I had just restarted the game, done 2 or 3 practice runs of just that track in just this Grand Prix, and then click live run, and you could see just before the crash there's a shudder that's just the game reacting poorly to going so high off that barrel ramp. But even still, a barrel ramp that you go high on should cost you maybe 0.2, 0.3 of a second at absolute worst. It should not cost you the entire run, because the game is just so poorly programmed and very badly optimized on the Switch. Like, it's rubbish. Anyways, that's the end of my Grand Prix, and yeah, like I said, I'll get the key for this one, and yeah, I have, as always, sub button up there, other videos for me here and here. Been away for the last couple of days, but back in the driving seat for now. Finish off this guy. I'll put up a run afterwards of my Bailey Blade contest run, but that is just a 3-star version of that. But it's a cool enough track in the tunnel. But as always, guys, drive safe in this, and hopefully you got on cool enough in this Grand Prix as well.